I'm here with my favorite mayor to talk about what has happened today. I want to go ahead. It's campaign season. This is the only reference I'm going to make to it. What's not in the budget, people may complain about this, that, and the other, which you wish could have gone in there, which you might have future plans for. But then close with this magnificent budget.
I think twofold on things we need and want more of, and it's just a stretch of the dollar. I think one is stormwater. We have an aging stormwater infrastructure. That's period. I think everybody know Birmingham sits in a bowl. I think weather events, the amount of rain that continues to increase being dumped in our city on a yearly basis, creates issues that overwhelms our stormwater infrastructure. And so we got to find ways to put more money towards that. The truth is, it costs so much. I'm talking about multi-billion dollars, right? It costs so much. We're gonna have to go to the bond market and figure our stormwater infrastructure out beyond our general fund, which is what was approved today. I think the other thing that's a challenge is when we give money, and we're giving $3 million to weed abatement, and that is for private contractors to go on private property to cut private lots owned by private citizens. That takes money away from investing in city right of way, i.e., stormwater, or putting more money towards paving. So that's always a strain, but we have to do it because too many people are not doing their part.
Gotcha. Now let's talk about the positives.
Oh, yeah. Look, I think the positives are rooted in the most important thing a city government can do, and that is take care of its youngest and next generation. This budget reflects our continued commitment towards investing in our youth. Birmingham Promise, which is a workforce and scholarship program, as well as the program to support. You're gonna have to cut it because this pillow is about to lose. I was trying to save it, but I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
I ain't
maybe
cutting nothing.
maybe
Let's show how real it is.
yeah, maybe you got to cut nothing. I'm just gonna put the pillow back. As I was saying, this budget focuses on investing in our next and youngest generation, our youth. So think about the Birmingham Promise, that continued investment, $2 million. Most of that is towards workforce. The other remaining money for Birmingham Promise scholarships is from public-private partnership. This budget also supports more money towards mental health for our youth, more money towards conflict resolution for our youth, because we have to teach them conflict will always be with them. But it's important that they learn to walk away, de-escalate situations, and regulate their emotions. So it's critical as we think about how to decrease gun violence in the long term, teaching the next generation what conflict resolution is, training them on conflict resolution. And this budget financially supports that. But also financial literacy. I have a desire to literally get rid of cash checking places who I believe are predatory lending in our communities, particularly in our black neighborhoods. And we got to teach our young black boys and girls financial literacy. All the elements of, budget, saving, spending, credit, and everything else you can think of as it relates to money. The more we do that, the more they're armed by the time they are teenagers and adults on the harms of not only cash checking places, but how to better take care of themselves and their future families. So that's really, really important. And then there are additional things in here for our youth, such as youth sports, which is new, by the way, as well as supporting safe havens in partnership with Park and Rec at our recreation centers for our youth. We're also partnering with the organization called Small Magic, who already has a robust budget. We're adding some additional funds to support early childhood education. And then we're doing our continued partnership with the Birmingham City School System. And so it goes directly to the school system, over $80+ million to support K through 12 education. And that's approved by the school system superintendent, etc. So focusing on our youth, I'm really, really excited about. But there's one more thing. As it relates to decreasing violence in our city, this budget also has an additional $1.5 million for violence reduction, as well as this Restore program in partnership with Family Court. That is directly targeted at the program with Family Court Restore is directly targeted at how we make sure we provide wraparound services for our youth who are locked up. So when they do get out, they don't go back and fall into the same bad acts or elements or behavior that got them in trouble in the first place. And look, this pillow still want to slide.
No worries. Any closing?
Look, I think there's something in this budget for everybody. You know, since I've been mayor, I'm just gonna remove this. Since I've been mayor, we have done now about $114 million in street paving. If I'm correct, that is more combined than my last two predecessors. But we inherited a significant amount of streets that weren't paved for years. This is a large city. I mean, it stretches, I think, from Birmingham past a little bit past Atlanta. With that being said, this current budget has $15 more million to support street paving. You'll continue to see us pave streets throughout the city every year, and you'll continue to see us invest in our police department, as well as supporting our youth and other infrastructure and basic service needs.